Everybody, Dark Knight 316, Robert Wheeler Gaming, and this is the Tackles and Takedowns podcast. So, if you didn't know, we have a new Super Bowl 60 champion, and they are, unfortunately, the Seahawks. The Seahawks beat the New England Patriots to go on to win Super Bowl 60. So, what's your thoughts about that?
I'm just sad because Mike Vrabel didn't win a championship. That's the whole reason why I went for the Patriots, was because I wanted Mike Vrabel to win a championship. So he's my favorite coach because of Tennessee, and
Yeah,
hopefully coming in
I think
next year.
for Drake May, it was his nerves is what caused him to mess up. But all right, so we'll pivot now to WWE news. Last week, Randy Orton and Tiffany Stratton defeated their opponents to make their way into the Elimination Chambers. And Raw happened on Monday, so this is what the highlights of. We got Becky Lynch challenges AJ Lee to a match. Elimination Chambers for the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, it's gonna be for the it says for a match. That's for IC, but I'm curious to know
not online.
why they would waste a match like this for Elimination Chamber instead of WrestleMania. Because they're not going to do the whole husband-wife thing at WrestleMania.
No.
So.
Or maybe that Seth Rollins isn't cleared yet, so maybe they couldn't do it. So they pivoted to this. But we also have the Usos, the World Tag Team Champions, defeated Alpha Academy.
Do they still have both tag champs, right? They didn't unify them?
No.
So who's the WWE tag champs?
It was the MFT, Solo, and
I gotcha.
the other one. Yeah. So Alpha Academy with Otis and Akira Tozawa.
Yeah, they ended up. That was an interesting, fun match.
And then
I like Otis, but he's more gimmick type of person.
yeah, he does a lot better in the AAA. He's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. He's fighting all the luchadors.
Well, yeah, he's still more gimmick type versus actual.
Yeah, and then we have Stephanie Valker slaps Dominic Mysterio.
This is going to be interesting because you're
Liv
going to make
Morgan's
Stephanie
probably
Valker face
Liv
Morgan for the title.
Yeah, she's going to
slap.
Yep, she's going to get her revenge on Dom. Mm-hmm. So,
which then makes it that if Rhea Ripley in this next one.
Yeah, so Rhea Ripley defeated Lyra Valkyrie, Ivy Neville in a triple threat match to qualify for Elimination Chambers match. Whoa, but could not secure the submission. And then the most interesting one, though, because, since they're going to have Rhea Ripley, hopefully she doesn't win the Elimination Chambers, but some speculate that maybe Bianca Belair might return.
Bianca Belair should be in
the Elimination Chamber
and have to win that one.
But, so the next one, this is Finn Balor demanded a title match against CM Punk at Elimination Chambers, but they didn't let him do it. The GM guy was like, no, we're not going to waste this.
Adam Pearce.
Yeah, Adam Pearce. We're not going to waste this match on for Elimination Chambers. And then Finn Balor was taunting them or whatever, and then CM Punk was like, I'm the champion. I should have a little say on who I face. So he's like, make this happen. So they finally made it happen. So if Finn Balor wins, which I don't think so, but if Finn Balor does win, then he'll have champion, and then maybe Judgment Day might break up.
Or they might actually celebrate because then he finally has a title worth. But he's not gonna beat CM Punk. So even for a title,
because he said Finn Balor's been chasing the belt for so long that he said that CM Punk prevented him from getting the champions before and they fought. And
But I mean, even you think storyline, you're gonna have Finn Balor against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. That's not gonna happen.
I mean, that would be an easy squash match if they did.
They're gonna have CM Punk against Finn Balor, which pretty much like Elimination Chamber.
I mean, they could also do it though, where Finn Balor wins it and then loses it at the Fastlane pay-per-view, and then
that'd be kind of dumb for them to do that too. Or we're gonna give you time for a month, go back to CM Punk's
or make it where,
well, I mean that's possible. They always do that stuff.
or make it where Finn Balor wins it, but then CM Punk wants his return match, and then make it a triple threat at WrestleMania between Roman Reigns,
that's not even worth
CM
it.
Punk, and Finn Balor.
It's not even worth it to do it like that. It's more worth it just for Finn Balor to lose and CM Punk going to WrestleMania facing Roman Reigns.
No, because it could be good for the WrestleMania, because then they can kind of pitch it where Roman says like, "Oh, I won the match and I didn't even have to pin CM Punk. Like, he pinned Finn Balor and was able to beat him." And then CM Punk could say that he's never, lost to Roman Reigns because he never got to face Roman Reigns one-on-one. So I can see that happening. We also have Maxine Dupree versus Natty. They said that it ended in a double countout. So unless she probably did the sharpshooter outside of the ring. Does she say anything on there? So it was because AJ Lee stormed the way to Dupree's aid, ambushed by Becky Lynch. So that's why they were outside of the ring. And then Javon Evans against the original El Grande Americano. They defeated Los Americanos. But the Grande Americano got beat up by the original Americano and got handcuffed, so he couldn't be in the match.
But do we know whether or not that is Chad Gable? Did we ever figure that out?
We don't know the identity of the Grande Americano. We never even knew that. We just knew that this other Grand Americano was not the original. It was a copy of it.
But was it though? Because remember, they were accusing it was Chad Gable, but then Chad Gable was supposed to come back, and it ended up not being Chad Gable.
I know.
So who ended up? Who
we don't
was
know.
It?
We don't know who the original one was. So he did a double German suplex on Los Americanos. So we got that one. And then we also have L.A. Knight faced Penta and Austin Theory in a triple threat match for Elimination Chambers spot. And so this proves the identity of the Masked Man of not being Austin Theory or Logan Paul, because Logan Paul came out to go help beat up on, and Bronson Reed came out and they beat up on L.A. Knight. And then this Masked Man came and beat up on Austin Theory, threw him in, and then L.A. Knight was able to go do his blunt force trauma move to beat Austin Theory. So now he's in the match. So L.A. Knight, has made it into
I think
the Elimination Chamber.
I think if they want to make this Seth Rollins, I think what's ended up happening is because that's not Seth Rollins' build. The guy curb stomped Austin Theory, super kicked him, and curb stomped Austin Theory. So, like, this guy isn't built like that. Doesn't even look like Seth Rollins the way he's built.
That's all what it leads to is Seth Rollins. But who do you think it is?
I think it's Seth Rollins, but whoever is playing this person, you'll never know who that person is, because then they're going to reveal that it's Seth Rollins when they decide, like, close to WrestleMania, if he's recovered by then. They're going to do it that way to play it, because this guy's not even built like Seth Rollins. So,
I mean, it could still be Jericho.
I doubt that.
I doubt it, because Jericho's not fit.
But I think what they're doing is they're making the guy more like, because it would be kind of dumb. You made this rivalry and it's not Seth Rollins. Like, he's coming back to, like, he'll face Braun Breaker at WrestleMania, but, like, these guys are coming back to take out everybody. But it'd be kind of dumb that you do all this and it's like some some guy who's just returning. Like, that doesn't make sense to do.
Well, what I would think would be dumb if they did like the Big Brother angle, where the Big Brother TV show had a masked man sabotaging a bunch of the events, and then you find out at the end, oh, this is the masked man, and then they're like, oh no, but wait, this is the masked man. Oh no, but wait, this is the masked man. And there was 3 different people playing the same character and sabotaging the stuff on there. So, I mean, that's possible that they can have like the 3 masked men, and then they're like, reveal yourself, and it pulls off, and it's like Roman Reigns, and then another one pulls off, and it's Dean Ambrose, and then the other one pulls off, and it's Seth Rollins, and then bring back the Shield, like
is Dean
that kind
Ambrose,
of stuff.
Is his contract isn't up yet?
I don't think it's
so
up.
He wouldn't be coming back at WrestleMania, but because I was kind of thinking like, if Seth Rollins does come back, he's going to have a handful against Austin Theory, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, if he's facing Braun Breaker. But like, who would come out to help Seth Rollins if that were the case that like he gets ambushed?
Yeah,
And I can
nobody
imagine
will.
like a Dean Ambrose coming back and trying to help, or something like that.
Yeah, but I guess Seth Rollins is now considered to be a good guy then, because if Austin Theory and all them are the bad guys, they got to have the good guys for it. So I don't know who would help him out. Maybe Sami Zayn, because they keep trying to push Sami Zayn. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's not really too many popular like ones up at the top that are good guys that they'll actually try to bring.
Yeah, because out of nowhere,
forward.
the Masked Man super kicked Theory and delivered a stomp before Paul chased him away.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if.
But remember, all of the masked people did the curb stomp.
Yeah,
so.
but I'm trying to think of those Seth Rollins in his, when he wrestles, does he do a super kick? Maybe that's Shawn Michaels.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what I was trying to think of.
But he does do the super kicks too.
Like, does he do a super kick and stuff like that, and being able to?
I mean, I don't think Dean Ambrose's contract is up anytime soon. I mean, it could be Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like the height of Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan doesn't look that built. Like, this guy looks like he's at least a little bit like built based off the way the jacket is. I think it's just it's probably like an NXT wrestler or somebody like that, but they're just playing this until
Seth Rollins comes back.
Yeah, because to me,
unless Seth Rollins gonna have his faction again.
To me, what's the whole thing that you're gonna be able to do? Like, well, all these guys are this guy's coming up to beat up the Vision. Like, this Masked Man is supposed to be the guy who's taking out the Vision because what the Vision did to Seth Rollins. Like,
what if it's Matt Hardy and he's trying to delete everything?
That would be interesting, or even a Jeff Hardy. But even those guys, I think.
Well, they're in TNA. I don't think.
I mean, they could partner.
Yeah.
Because of what's going on, but I think also.
Or it's Dolph Ziggler.
That would be interesting. He's kind of built like Dolph Ziggler, but Dolph Ziggler does do a super kick. So that would be pretty interesting to have it as a Dolph Ziggler. But what would be the reason Dolph Ziggler would come after all these guys?
Because he's never won.
Like, how are you going to come up with storyline to...
Like, world championship gold, he has to take out all these people so he could beat it?
The only other thing I could think of, too, is if this masked man is, like, hired by Seth Rollins to take out these guys.
Well, some people are saying that it's probably, like, Seth Rollins' new faction. So these are the people that'll be in his new faction. But I could see them doing the Masked Man enters himself into Elimination Chambers, and then that's when you're going to find out who the Masked Man is. So they'll have like a generic, like, create a wrestler type entrance and everything like that. They're in the chambers, their thing open, then they start fighting, and then the person takes off the mask and they're like, oh no, it's Jericho or whatever like that, and then it comes down to it. Or it could be the Masked Man is somebody else, and then Seth Rollins comes out, and it's like, it can't be Seth Rollins, then who is it?
It would be funny, though, they make, like, the Masked Man come out, and then Seth Rollins' music hits, and Seth Rollins comes out, and then they're like, well, who's been this Masked Man the whole time? It could be, like how Shawn Michaels had Diesel as like he's the enforcer, so they can have it where this guy's the enforcer, and this is who is taking out everybody because he's enforcing, the rules. I want to see him go against Paul Heyman and make it look like, because Paul Heyman's the one who did all this for the Vision and stuff like that. So,
I mean, that's what could be possible, but I don't know who it is. But those are all the stories for wrestling. So now what we're going to do is I have a wrestler that I picked for our game. It's called Wrestling 20 Questions. So if anybody doesn't know how this game is, it's just like the regular 20 question games. You're going to ask 20 yes or no questions to try to guess who the superstar is. And I'll give you whether it's yes or no, but you have 20 guesses to do it. So after 19, on your 20th question, you have to give who you think it is. But if you could get it before, then it's good. If not, what's up? But I try the best I can try to, answer your questions yes or no. But all right, we'll go with your first question.
Is it a current superstar?
No.
So it's a legendary guy or girl. Did this person go against the Attitude? Were they wrestling during the Attitude Era?
No.
Okay, well, were they wrestling during the Ruthless Aggression Era?
Yes.
So Ruthless Aggression Era.
Now remember that extends
It's like 2003 until like 2015.
No, even longer than that.
Has this wrestler been only with the WWE, or have they gone multiple places?
They have. I would say only with WWE because of they've been only with WWE.
So they've never jumped ship during this time.
Not during the time that they were wrestling the WWE.
Okay. Is it Brock Lesnar?
Are you gonna waste all your things to guess that it's Brock Lesnar?
Well, I don't know. I thought that would be I wouldn't waste them all, but I thought I could guess it.
Yeah, you guess early and you're wrong. Then
okay, well,
it's game over.
Is he a Paul Heyman guy?
Yes.
So I might get closer. Okay, so if he was a Paul Heyman guy, and I can't waste them all, say Brock Lesnar. Who was a Paul Heyman?
I mean, you can keep guessing people that will help you.
Oh, was he a mid Carter?
Yes.
I think I know who he is. Is he a second or third generation superstar?
Yes.
I'm going Curtis Axel.
Yes, that's who it is. It's Curtis Axel. You got that. Got that in 7 guesses. I was hoping you would say, was he entered the Royal Rumble but never got eliminated and had his gimmick?
I was trying to think because Curtis Axel isn't he third?
He's a third generation, yes.
And Mr. Perfect is second.
Second generation.
And if he was a Paul Heyman guy during that time, then I was like, there's a limited amount of Paul Heyman guys that weren't.
He was part of the Ruthless Aggression era because they had that nexus versus them. Mm-hmm. He's only been an Intercontinental Champion and a Tag Team Champion. He's never won any other belts on there.
And he's never been he's been eliminated in the Royal Rumble because he
came
back
the second time.
Year.
Yeah, it came in the next year, but I wish it was he just kept it that way. Mm-hmm. But they said that he teamed up with Bo Dallas and they were called the
B Team.
Well, after they turned on the Miz, but remember they were called what was Miz's group's called?
Miz Truth?
No. Let's see, what was it called?
Miz Show?
No, it was like the Miz Nights or something like that, or the Miz. Let me see, I saw it over here.
I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't play this game. I usually win. So.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can do it if you had yours.
I'll get mine next week. So.
Yep.
There's
Yeah,
six
so he's a
series.
third generation superstar. His dad is, of course, Mr. Perfect. And his grandfather was Larry the Axe Henning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, do you remember who his first tag team partner was when he won the tag titles with?
Mm-mm.
It was David Ortunga.
I don't remember him winning with David Otunga.
Yeah, and then he won the Intercontinental Champion. And then when they split the belts up to Raw and SmackDown, he won the Raw title with Bo Dallas. And then they were
So he's
known
a
as a B
two-time
team.
champion.
Two-time tag team
Tag
champion.
team champ.
But he was the FCW World Champion, which was later NXT.
Mm-hmm.
But he's never won World Champion in.
See, and that's the thing that, like, how come he never really got an opportunity?
I don't think that they really thought of him as.
Like, they pushed Ryback. They could have pushed him.
I think that they didn't think him as championship, material, like headlining and stuff. Kind of like Cody Rhodes at the time. Like, they didn't think Cody Rhodes was that.
I mean, what's he doing now? Like, is he retired? Or?
He is. Let me see on the one part. I want to see what that team was called.
Because he could have been one of those, but I think it's also too like you got to think the different families. Because Kurt Hennig never won a world title, so it's basically like, well, you won the IC. We're gonna your dad won the IC. We're gonna give you the IC.
Well, do you remember when it was Heath Slater, Adam Rose, Bo Dallas, and Curtis Axel? What their faction was called? The Social Outcasts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were trying to do anything just to like.
Oh, so the Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, when they were part of the Miz's team, was called the Miz Taraj.
Miz Taraj.
Yeah, before they became the B team. They said what he's doing right now is he returned in 2025 to the independent circuit, and he's wrestling right now for the Midwest All-Star Wrestling on there. So they said it was his first match in 5 years.
Maybe he's the masked man.
I mean, I don't see like if it is him, I don't see like it would be, like he wouldn't get that big of a pop because I don't think most people even remember him. But I thought it was cool being.
Is he wrestling as Curtis Axel, or who's he wrestling as? Or is it his real name?
It doesn't say. I'm pretty sure it's probably his real name because that's where he started as his real name. So, but let's see, who's this guy? Von Wagner. Don't know who that guy is.
So there's 67 days until WrestleMania. I figure we can end this episode predictions. So, who do you think will be the next announced Hall of Famer for 2026 outside of Stephanie McMahon that we already know? Who would you give your prediction? And we'll give one as we lead up and they start to reveal to see whether or not we got ours. But who do you think will be the next? Do you think they're going to name the headliner?
I don't think that they'll do that.
Actually, who do you think's going to headline it then? If you want to name a headliner,
Well, because they'll probably give it a Stephanie as headline, and that's what you were saying that
I don't
they
think
probably
she
will.
would be headliner. But I mean, I could see her. I could see them giving it to her because she is a big name. So, and I think that would be the first woman who headlines.
Well, see, if you figure if they still do the same format, I think that they're going to do. So let's see, for tag team.
You're running out of tag teams.
I know.
Really.
So I think because I don't think the Nasty Boys have been in the Hall of Fame, so that would be good to go see it. But let me see, solo people.
I can think of it. If you want to try to choose tag team, I got two of them in mind who I think that they could have for this year. That might be.
Well, the solo one, I think that maybe, unless they already... No, they already did it, huh? They already added in Bray Wyatt, right?
No.
They haven't added him?
Mm-mm.
Then he's in this year, then.
They'll
probably give it to Bo Dallas, or what is it?
Uncle Howdy.
Uncle Howdy to go and induct him. Because then they can have IRS on there, too.
I don't know if they would, because it's been a couple years. Why haven't they added him? Like, why are they delaying to add him? They could have added him when they had, the opportunity to be able to do it.
Well, because he wasn't really, quote-unquote, retired.
Mm-hmm. But then when he passed away, they could have added him. Like,
yeah, but I think
they got these guys who they pass away and then they add him in the next year.
Yeah,
so.
But I think it was too quick,
Mm-hmm.
so they didn't have time to go do it. But I think now they'll probably add him in there for there, so that then they can at least have Bo Dallas, put him into the Hall of Fame.
So you think it's going to be Bray Wyatt? They'll
I
add
think
at some announcement they're going to add. It's going to be.
I think it'll be Bray Wyatt. Yes.
Okay.
Who do you think?
Well, I was going the tag team route.
Okay.
And I had two people in mind that I can think of.
Which
so the first one I was thinking Hardy Boys, because they are with Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
And it is the opportunity to be able to say, like, yeah, we can add you because we have that partnership now, but then you could still wrestle because you're a Hall of Famer. You could still wrestle because it doesn't matter. Or two, because they're pushing a luchador route, it could be the Guerreros and have Eddie Guerrero
because
Chavo Guerrero.
That is true. Team. That could probably be because Chavo signed on with the WWE because he's doing that the AAA,
and because they have that partnership with the luchadors and all that. And they're, helping out with AAA. I can see them doing that and then giving Eddie Guerrero more of a second, what do you call it? A second ring or whatever.
And I can see Dominic being the one
can induct him with Chavo Guerrero and do all that stuff with Rey Mysterio and all those guys.
I can see that because Dominic could say, "Oh, my father's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame." They can get that heat and stuff.
And they could do a thing where it's like, also he could, make the heel angle of whatever a match that he's going to have. But I can see them doing like were they Los Guerreros or something like that? Mm-hmm. So I can see them doing a tag team. I can't remember if they won a tag team title together, though.
Yes, I believe that they have.
But I can see that just because those two angles would be a tag... Because we are running out of really heavy tag teams that are... Like that we remember back in the day, like they're gonna have to basically not put in a tag team for a while when they get to have a demolition.
Because I think next year AJ Styles will headline it.
I don't think so.
I don't think that they'll put him in. I don't think they'll put him in there.
Yeah, John Cena still gonna have to headline for next year. Unless he's not gonna headline this year.
Oh, maybe they'll put AJ the headline in it this year and then John Cena next year.
I don't
know.
But they were saying rumors that AJ Styles isn't headlining or John Cena isn't headlining this WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So being able to have that.
Yeah, I'm predicting that next year's WrestleMania will be in Saudi Arabia.
I hope not.
I hope not.
It didn't sell
I hope
as
not.
well.
Yeah, so. I know. I hope not, but I know that the Saudi Arabia fans and stuff, they want the big pay-per-views to be there.
The only thing you have to see is if this WrestleMania in Las Vegas again shatters records, then they might just keep it in Vegas. Because last year shattered the record.
And that's why they wanted a double dip.
This year,
but
double dipping, is this going to be just as big?
But I don't know, because like the matches of last year's one was big because they built up the whole bloodline and all that stuff like that. Cena. So... it was really big.
I mean, you have some
this one here is not really as,
you have some pretty good matches, but, I mean, you got to also think, too, you can't run the Bloodline storyline for another 5 more years.
I mean, they could. They could bring back the Bloodline against the MFTs.
It doesn't really work anymore because Bloodline's kind of, like, you're going to bring them back again. They're kind of done.
Yeah, but, I mean, they can bring back Roman and the Usos to fight the MFTs because the MFTs was, I know.
It was at its peak, and I don't think you could do it again.
Or they can bring Roman, the Usos, and The Rock against the MFTs to fight for those.
Because the whole thing should have been is The Rock should have faced Roman Reigns instead of having that whole angle and The Rock being like, I don't want to.
Yeah, the whole final boss thing didn't pan out.
It would have worked if, like, even right now, you kind of had it because The Rock would have faced both these guys.
Mm-hmm.
You could have The Rock coming in there going, I want to win this title, jabroni,
Yeah,
and then
'cause
have
the-
him.
Because that
walk
whole
around real
final
slow.
boss angle was ruined. Because, I mean, that was like the hottest entrance when it shows like the final boss where it's like you defeated everybody, but not the final boss. And it showed The Rock, and like everybody was hoping it was getting to The Rock versus Cody Rhodes or Rock versus Roman at the WrestleMania, but never panned out.
Yeah.
And then now, like, if you do it, it pretty much doesn't have that
Pretty much
thunder.
doesn't really
Yeah.
mean much because it's like, so what's the point now? There was a whole thing would have been able to end the bloodline story, but you couldn't really, like, that whole build up of Cody Rhodes, my family, like, you guys got all that push. I didn't get a push. And then, my family and all that, and then he finally wins it.
Yeah.
But that's where I think it should have been like, Cody Rhodes should have went on, held the title, and then lost it to The Rock. And then at that next WrestleMania, it should have been The Rock against
versus
Roman
Roman.
Reigns.
Yep.
Because The Rock could have been like, I got to do what you couldn't do.
Yeah, 'cause-
again at the biggest stage.
Because he could have said, like, I'm the bloodline. I'm the one that made this company popular.
And it would have been good, too, because he could have then taken the Usos, Solo Sikoa, all those guys have been like, these are my family, not yours.
Yeah.
And it's like a Roman Reigns uphill battle
Yep.
to be like, I'm going to
fighting for the bloodline, for the head of the bloodline, because if they're getting that Ula Fala, that's supposed to be that you're the tribal chief.
That would have been.
I know, that would have been printing money.
You could have made The Rock part time. Like he could have beat Cody Rhodes at a Survivor Series, made him part time, and then Roman Reigns basically. You could have made him struggle where it's like he couldn't win the Royal Rumble, so he has to go through Elimination Chamber, and he wins the Elimination Chamber, and then declares.
And then it could be like the whole final boss persona. It was like WrestleMania. He's defeated every one of the bloodline, but the final boss of the bloodline, and then The Rock versus
like
Roman.
that would have, because now if you do it, it's kind of like
That's what I'm saying. Like, it loses its thunder now.
who cares? Like,
It's not gonna be that great of a story.
It doesn't matter because like so. But that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
like,
that was a wasted opportunity because everybody was hoping that it was going towards that, and they squandered it. So it sucks
wasn't.
on that. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting you to get the wrestling 20 questions that quick, but it's gonna be a staple on this channel now. We're gonna do next.
I got mine next week.
He's gonna do his next week on there, and then I'm gonna try to guess it. So hopefully, my knowledge of wrestling will be pretty
we can make it 21 questions.
No,
because
it has to be 20 questions because that's the whole game on it.
Because
So
if I got locked up in something so quick century.
so that's it of all the news in the game that we played. I'm Dark Knight 316. This is Robert Wheeler Gaming, and you have spent time on tackles and takedowns. So we'll see you on the next episode.
Take it easy, guys. God bless.
See ya.